Alright, hey guys, it's your girl Nivaeyah Plays, and I'm back. I'm doing a review today on the Little Nightmares, the first one. So I'm just gonna basically give you guys how I feel. I'm gonna give you guys what I think about the game, how I feel about it. That includes the gameplay, that includes the monsters, and like how scary the game is to me and so forth, and also how I feel about the ending of the game. So if you guys don't know, it's about a character named Six, who is the girl wearing the yellow coat, and she's basically like trapped on this ship, which you kind of find out later out at the end of the game. So basically, while she's on the ship, she basically has a number of monsters that she basically has to defeat in order for her to progress. But the whole time that you are playing this game, there is this eye symbol kind of sort of thing, and at the end of the game, I'm assuming that the eye symbol, the light that emits from it, um, is coming from the lady who looks at herself, who actually you defeat at the end of the game. So that's what I think. I don't know how accurate and or correct that is, but that's just what I'm assuming. That's my perspective of it. Um, and then also you do see like there are like giants in the game, but it's weird because like all these people are giants. Not the people who necessarily work on the ship, but particularly the guests. It seems like they either are driven by hunger or they committed suicide in some way, shape, or form, which is usually sometimes by hanging themselves, which is something that you do see a lot. Not a lot, but like enough. You kind of see it in the game. It's a very interesting game for me. It's actually not as scary as I thought that it would be. The first one, I feel like me, I feel like I anticipated it a lot more to be scarier than what it really was. So I think me psyching myself out a lot is what kind of like made me get my hopes up on how scary the game is. It's not to say that there aren't scary moments in the game itself. Um, I do like it. It is a good game overall. If I could rate it, I would say out of five being the best, one being the worst, I would definitely give it. I would give it a four. I can't say that I would give it a five because I don't feel like it is a perfect game, but it is a good enough game. Um, Now going back to the monsters in the game, or not even going back to the monsters. Let me just say about the gameplay itself. I do like the style that the game is in. It kind of gives like a scary version of like Little Big Planet, how like you're so tiny in this big world and like there's nothing that you can really do but just try to pretty much do everything that you can to survive, kind of sort of thing. Um, I do like the fact that it kind of has like that stage setup, like dollhouse kind of vibe, where like you kind of play sideways and you gotta look, you scroll your screen to the side and stuff like that. So I feel like that's pretty cool. That's definitely different. A lot of games aren't like that. So that's always a great element to have in a game. It's not your typical average gameplay. Although it is in third person, it is a third person game, but it's still like a good game for that. It fits the style for this game. I wouldn't really consider this game to be scary. I would say that it would be more of a thriller, if that makes sense. The reason why I say thriller is because there are scary moments, but it's more of a thriller because it's more so jump scares and somewhat scare tactics. Um, Going to the monsters. Now, I will say with the monsters, so you have the twin chefs who are like some really horribly nasty, unsanitized. Oh gosh, just disgusting. I would not want to eat any food for those from those guys, but I mean, when you under a spell, I mean, you'll eat anything, I guess, right? So, um, yeah, that's just nasty. The janitors are, oh, just disgusting. downright nasty. Then you have the janitor, which is the guy with the long arms. Yeah, he scared the crap out of me. First off, your arms are too daggone long. Why are your arms so long? Like, I have so many questions. Like, why does man deform where his arms are so long like this? And then obviously you have the leeches, but the leeches only, I feel like, only really became active when it was completely dark. The leeches didn't really move in the light, so that was just more so kind of like a kind of thing. Then there's like that one part where like I was in the shoes, and then there was like a monster that was in the shoes. I don't really know what that's about, so if you guys know who the monster that was inside of the shoe is, or who is the shoe monster, y'all let me know in the comments, because I'm completely clueless with that part. Um, Obviously, you have the gnomes, but the gnomes aren't really even monsters. They seem to be like little creatures that want to try to help and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then last but not least, you have the lady, who is like the main, basically villain of the actual game itself. Um, Scary as hell. Yes, that's exactly what I said. She was so scary. It was a little challenging for me to try to defeat her at first, but I kind of got the gist of it with a little bit of help from the people who were watching me play, and also just me trying to think of ways to figure it out. Um, she was pretty. You know, she looked like a geisha, but she evil as hell. Um, and after I defeated her, I ate her because I was hungry, which is so weird because I like during the game I had like these little weird like hunger cravings, so to speak, little pieces where I would get hungry. So I was like, okay, that's weird, but I mean, because it was something I didn't really expect out of the game. So yeah, that was a little bit interesting. And then obviously the end of the game, which is once I defeated the lady, which is the lady that kind of had like a geisha style to herself. I took her powers, and I defeated her, and the guests that were on the ship, I took, I guess, their energy or whatever that was, and then it looks like I escaped the ship, or six escaped the ship at the end of the game. So that was nice. The one thing that kind of really got me was, I feel like the maybe the story of the game is that people are driven by unknown forces, maybe, or something like that. I could probably be reaching, but who knows? Um, excuse me. Yeah, so I feel like that's pretty much it for the game. Also, I did not like the fact that when I had to run across the table, the guests were trying to eat me. Like, why did y'all have to eat me? Like, I don't deserve to be eaten. I am small. Y'all got all this food on the table, but y'all want me. I don't understand this. Um, and I guess that's my full review of the game, which is Little Nightmares Part 2. Would I play Little Nightmares Part 2. I'm sorry, Little Nightmares 1. Would I play Little Nightmares 1 again? Um, I don't know. Like I said, it's not a bad game. It's a great game. I just don't know if it's my style enough to play it again for a second time. Maybe I probably could play it again just on a random day, but it's not something I'm like, ooh, I gotta play this again kind of game. So that's just the way how I feel. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and Nivaeyah is out.